How are you both this morning, Cory?
It's been an emotional few days in our community. We've unfortunately had a loss of life in our community, so that's tragic, very tragic. We've witnessed homes falling into the ocean. I mean, as you can imagine, that's just unbearable. Families who left with nothing. Fishermen have lost their entire contents of their enterprise. That like they have no way of generating income now. But then on the other side, we've seen a tremendous just support coming forward from the community and from our province and from across Canada internationally. So it's just been an emotional roller coaster.
Really, yeah, the whole range there. There's a lot to bear. If we come back to your location, when you talk about people's homes being washed away and other people's homes being very badly damaged, including yours, Patty, Cory, just reveal where you are exactly so we can see what's happening in your family's life.
Sure. So this used to be a beautiful oceanfront property. Just absolutely gorgeous place to come out and have your cup of tea in the mornings and entertain family and friends. And now I'll just do a pan around. This entire patio section now is completely destroyed. A garage that was once here is now pushed 20 to 30 feet up. All of these back windows are completely
They're gone.
broken in.
Yes.
Yes. And you can see, look at the size of these boulders that have, penetrated the building.
Washed up by the force of that storm surge. And Patty, this is your house. How long had you lived there, Patty?
I've been here 48 years.
48 years.
Yeah.
So looking around and seeing it in the condition and the state it's in, that must be pretty tough for you.
Yeah, it is. But again, I'm look around and I see there is a lot more people worse than me. So I'm grateful for what I have left standing. I don't know. Well, in the future, we'll know what's going to happen.
Yes.
But we can take it one step at a time.
And there's another reason to be thankful, I know, because you weren't in your home when the worst of it hit, but you'd gone, as I understand the story, you'd gone with your husband back to check on your house early Saturday morning, and things got a little dangerous. What happened on Saturday, Patty?
Well, we stayed at my son's house on Friday night, and we left our cats home, so we came back to get them. And this was before the surge. And my husband decided he was going to come back in the backyard and beat the windows out of our patio so we wouldn't lose our windows in our house. So, not expecting things to happen so fast, we were in the front, way up in the front of the yard, and I heard this lady screaming, and I thought she was screaming at her husband, but she was screaming at my husband. I was looking for the cat, so I thought he knew what he was doing. And just like 3 seconds, 10 seconds maybe, he came in the front of our house, and that is when the wave hit. So another 10 seconds, my husband would have been gone. Probably our own stupidity, not paying attention to the rules and thinking we've had many storms before and nothing compared to this one. And we probably, were stupid not to get out of it before we did. But he did make it around the corner, and we saw the wave hit, and it destroyed. We heard everything, the bangs, the beats, the windows go, the storehouse move up the path, but we were okay.
Thankfully, as I said, just for 10 seconds. Isn't that incredible? And you said something that's so true. I mean, Newfoundlanders know weather. You know winds and you know heavy seas, but this was different. Fiona was different, wasn't it, Patty?
Oh, my goodness. We got 120 kilometers of wind back here before, and we stood in our windows upstairs, and, we watched and watched the waves and loved it and loved our backyard, and never in our dreams did we expect that in movies and on TVs in the Caribbeans and stuff we saw this, but no, we didn't ever think that we were going to get this.
No. And Cory, join me if you would, because your grandmother also lives in Port Basques, and she has a storm story as well. And unfortunately has a
Yeah.
connection to the woman who's been lost in your community. But what is her experience?
Well, she was told to leave her house that morning at 8 a.m. The fire department showed up. And again, if you understand where she lived, you would never in dream imagine that waves would ever breach her road and impact her house. And so they got them out in time. Unfortunately, her neighbor, wasn't so lucky, and she witnessed, 2 homes being swept into the sea. It's completely tragic, for her. She's 89. She's don't want to go back to her house anymore. Fortunately, she don't have to, because that's what we're here for. Same with mom and dad. We're very fortunate that there are people in this community a lot worse off than us, and we got a roof over our head, and they're more than welcome to stay for forever. It's
As
just
long as they need. I love that
as long as they
spirit,
need it.
family spirit, Newfoundlander spirit. But that's it. I mean, that's 2 close calls in your family, Cory, isn't it? Your mom and dad, they were just close to that wave, and then your grandmother just down the street from where that 73-year-old woman ended up being swept from her home. Lots to give thanks for, even in the midst of this really difficult situation. We actually have video when you say they can stay with us for as long. You now, Cory, have 4 generations in your home, and you're making the most of it. Tell us about the family time that you, I guess, didn't expect to be sharing, but are right now.
Well, last night we all got our hair done.
We got our hair done, and the night
Right.
Just
the night-
hold right. We just have some. We know we have some video of this specifically. So let me just get that queued up for people so they can see the story. So it's you and your wife and your children, Cory, and then your mom and dad and your grandma. You're all bunking up together now.
and my aunt and her daughter. So there's 9 of us, 3 cats, 2 dogs. So it's not tight quarters, but there's interesting quarters right now.
Well, that's a bonus. Family time. I'm sorry, I guess we don't have these particular pictures, but we will show those. Listen, military. The military is arriving in Port Basques today to start helping out. I'm sure people will be glad to see them. What do you think that's going to mean, Patty?
Well, I think this is going to be a great help to the community. We really need it now. I'm just don't know. My mind can't even imagine how this is going to happen. I'm grateful everybody's coming to help, but it's just going to have to be a miracle to get this cleaned up.
Well, your premier was saying that, just how unbelievable the damage was, and saying it's going to be a long, hard road back. How does it look to you, Cory?
Yeah, I mean, the devastation is unbelievable. I have a drone, and I took some drone footage, and my stomach was turned just looking at the footage as it was going by, and it is a lot of work. I mean, the outpouring of support is unbelievable. Canada is unbelievable. I've been inundated by messages and people want to donate and help, and so we're resilient people. I mean, we'll get this done. This is just another job for us. We'll get it done. Unfortunately, we can't replace the life that was lost, but families will be rebuilt. This town is coming together amazingly. The council, the mayor, the Salvation Army, the Red Cross, everyone is pulling in the right direction. It'll happen. It's going to take a lot of time. People need to understand it's going to take a lot of time to rebuild, but that's what we do. That's what we're known for, and we'll make it happen.
It is a beautiful community response after so much heartbreak. Thank you so much for welcoming us to your property and for sharing, as I said, your story. And thankful that some of those near misses were in things that are part of the story, but you're here to tell us all about it. Thank you very much, Patty. Thank you very much, Cory, and we'll keep in touch with the community too.
Heather, thank you very much, and thank you to everyone who's thinking about us and giving us their best wishes. Really appreciate it.
Patty, Cory, all the best. Thanks.